Hello and welcome back to MrMaChONaCHOMan. My name is Joe. There's no drink of the day because I'm recording these very late, and otherwise I'll be up to the toilet all night. And today I just wanted to play a little bit of King. Seen a few people asking about King in the comments. People love this leader, and he is cool in concept, so I decided let's see what he can do with some of the new cards. But first, the summer sale is now live on Sleeve Chief. Not only are there massive discounts across a wide variety of ranges, but there's also 3 new products uploaded to the site. Firstly, you've got this Cherry Blossom bundle. All of these products are also available individually. These binders are really nice. They have pink pages inside, which is pretty unique. But if you're more of a fan of a bit more of a darker design, the Night Blossom bundle may well be for you. And again, all of these products are available as individual pieces. This one's really nice. I love the contrast between the blue and the gold. And also there is the Yin and Yang Dragons deck box available. This one has a really nice inside design with a couple of dragons there, red and white. If you do buy anything from the website, you can use code MARINE for 5% off. And thank you to Sleeve Chief for sponsoring this video. So how does this deck differentiate itself from Purple Kaido? There are a few cool combos you can do with the cost reduction off this guy's leader effect. For example, with this Kaido that can negate and carry 6, you can then negate and carry an 8, which into something like a Rocks deck, you can now hit Shiki with this, which is really big. That card in Kaido is one of the most annoying for you to see them play, because you can't interact with it, at least not easily. However, if you've got the cost reduction that King does, well, now you can pop it with this Kaido. And you also have exclusive access to this black Kaido. I think it's pretty interesting. You trash a card, then you trash a 6, and that does get around on KOs as well, the same way this would through the negate. And again, this can be interacted with your leader effect as well, because these are both activate mains, and they've done that very intentionally. So you can play this out, reduce a 9 to 7, and then trash that 9. There's not that many 9s that are that relevant in the meta. I'm sure people are going to list them in the comments, but there's a lot of 10s, and 10 specifically is a bit awkward for you to hit with this deck. And this being able to trash cards as well interacts quite interestingly with your leader effect, because why is this capped at 5 to draw 1, bro? This was terrible when it came out. And I think a good part of why this deck is so awkward to play is because you can't draw cards if you accumulate hand. And when Pudding was around, maybe that wasn't so much of an issue. But now everyone has a big hand. Mihawk's got like 10 cards all the time before the end game. Rocks has like 15, bro. Even other like purple decks like Kaido tends to have about 8 or 9. With King, like if you have a hand size of about 8, Bandai's just like, eat shit, dude. You can't draw a card off your leader effect. And it's Don -2 as well. It's so expensive. And you can't use both. This leader effect is just, it's really cool, but it's quite underwhelming. Especially now. If this was capped at like 7, like Nami, this would be so much more usable. But as it stands, you kind of have to counter out a lot of swings really early. Which again just makes it a little awkward to play the deck. But here we are, it is what it is. The other strengths of this deck is that you get to play the Queen Searcher. This makes seeing King, especially on evens, just like very, very consistent. There are still games where you whiff it, especially on odds, because you don't have a ton of extra sort of opportunities to play these searches. You can play a queen or an event on 1, and I am playing the full 12. You hope to see one and then find King off it if you don't have it, but it is what it is. But then on 3, unless you played Queen, in which case you can play another Queen or an event, and then just use the 2 for ramp. You might have to play a Yamato or a Hawkins, in which case you don't have any Don. I guess with Hawkins you do actually have 1 active, that's a lie. But if you play Yamato, you don't have a Don active, so you can't search. And then you have to have King. This is still a King or bust deck. You're just a little bit more consistent at seeing that King on 6. You'll notice this is quite similar to my Kaido list. I don't think the lead performers are as good in this deck. You need to find room for this Queen Searcher. And because you have that 1 less life and you don't have as much defensive utility in your leader effect, like drawing a card is good, don't get me wrong, but Kaido effectively says that because he gets to give -2000 to one of your opponent's characters every turn on defense. And he also gets to do that on offense. I do think he's just better. Before we get into the games, But yeah, as a result of that, I've had to cut some bricks, and I think these 10 costs are just too important. I had 2 copies of lead performers. It wasn't really doing anything. I've put in this Kaido, and this has been performing better. I do think this Kaido is better than the lead performers, at least in this deck. In Kaido, obviously you can't play this, so it's not worth talking about. Final black card is Sasaki. It's like Suru with extra steps. It low-key kind of sucks, but all of the Animal Kingdom Pirates 2Ks other than Hawkins also suck, so it doesn't matter. You can play this, and then in theory, you can combo it with this or this to hit higher costed characters. In practice, it's not come up. Other than that, though, this list is very, very similar to the Kaido list. I'm playing 4 of this one and only 2 of the blocker. I had this at 3-3 for ages. I think you want 4 of this. You want to see this as quickly as possible. Being able to combo this with the leader effect is the strongest thing you can be doing. And whilst the blocker is strong, because you have 1 less life, you don't have as much time as Kaido does. So playing this just feels a little too slow a lot of the time. And as a result, I've preferred to just proactively remove with this guy and the 9-cost Kaido in a lot of situations, because otherwise your life just gets really low, man. Your life gets low fast. We're a 4-life leader. I do think Lin Lin is non-negotiable. I think some people will play 9-cost Lin Lin, but healing your opponent kind of sucks in a lot of situations. And it also kind of forces you to use this a lot of the time, because you don't just want to hit 6, you want to hit 7 some of the time, and this being able to hit 10s and just reduce them to 0, either combined with MrMaCHONaCHOMan or Beam Sword or just Arrested one, I think is just too important. This card's so good, man. This is my favourite card in all these top-end purple decks at the moment. And I think 3 copies is the lowest I'd go to, personally. Got 3 of that 1 cost to bend just for a little bit of extra counter. I'm only playing 8 2Ks, just because all the 2Ks in this deck suck. You could play some, like, Uzahachis over one of these if you want, but having trashable targets for this queen is genuinely very important. And these are also searchable, which you are sometimes just looking for 2Ks late game. So I'm not a big Usahachi enjoyer. I think this 4K is even better in this than Kaido, though, because you just have less cards, right? And in addition, because you're not getting to play this Kaido as much of the time as Kaido does. I've said Kaido so many fucking times in this video already, man. Beam Sword is much harder to use because you don't have 2 Don active a lot of the time. A lot of the time you will play a 10 cost, say this one, and then you'll do all your stuff, you'll ramp back 1 active with King, and you have 1 active. Sometimes you can afford to leave 2. If you're playing this 9 cost, it's a bit easier, and that's when Beam Sword is excellent. But I've been very impressed by the Gundari Meteor Shower in this deck, more so than in Kaido. The main effect, I've used it more in this deck, which is Cursed. I feel like I draw better with Kaido. But yeah, the main, it can get you in the game, but because we're a 4-life leader with piss all cards anyway, it really feels like you're just delaying the inevitable a lot of the time if you use this, but it's better than nothing, right? It's better than nothing. Still playing MrMaCHONaCHOMan. It's just the best purple card. And I'm still playing 2DD. I haven't used the main effect as much because we've just got more removal, right? More hard removal. But being a 0 cost is just still really good. You could maybe cut these for a couple more 2Ks if you wanted. But I think being able to trash like bricks if you don't have this on the board it's cute. If you want to play 2Ks ahead instead of DD, go ahead. I'll talk more about this deck at the end. I think you can probably glean my opinion already, but it is what it is. It's hard to hide. I got 3 games here, 1 into Mihawk, 1 into Rocks, and 1 into Red-Black Sabo. Pretty good sample of the meta, and I hope you enjoy them. Got a game into Rocks. Let's take first. Ramp, but no King. That's a mulligan. Okay, we got the goods. We've got the goods. We're looking for 10 cost Kaidos and 9 cost Kaidos. 9 cost will do. You will do. 10 cost is better, but 9 cost will do. Gonna toss the blocker. Kyo is actually pretty bad for us, but what can you do? We'll do this, toss this, ramp 2, or ramp 1 rather, and then swing 5. We now need to see MrMaCHONaCHOMan. And 4 Don, doesn't really matter what he does, but the Kyo is big. If he swings with Kyo, that's a big mistake. 5 to 5, we actually have to take this with 0k counter. There's a Sasaki. John, sure. Taps the John. Good choice, good choice. Okay, well, we drew another king, which is not quite what I was looking for, but that's okay. 1 active, 1 rested. Then we just swing 6 into the John. We'll get a 1k or a 2k out of him. Or the John will die. Tapping it if you have 0k counter in hand feels terrible. I don't like that. But, hey, we'll see. I'm gonna... We need to see MrMaChONACHOMan. Otherwise... Oh, if it's an 8, then we're just taking. MrMaChONACHOMan off the top? No. Okay, so this Kyo gets to live, which is pretty poor. We have to just remove that. We can force him to trash 2. That just kind of feels worse. Get rid of the Kyo. We don't have anything to do with the Dons. Let's go 5-8. I can't get 2 for Beam Sword. But all our bricks are 1Ks now, which is nice. Next turn we've got 9 cost Kaido. Wow, taking that is a bit aggressive. But he did seem to be low on counter last turn, so maybe he's low on counter this turn as well. I thought he showed us an event though. Oh no, he revealed a Kaido. Never mind. Well, he had the counter for that, so... I don't know, you just negate that 5, I think, every single time. He probably just forgot about the Don, in all honesty. I think that's likely what happened. Nine is so big. 9 is so big. But I think we have to counter. I think we have to counter again, to be honest with you. I'm just not comfortable going down to 1 already. Yeah, there's the Shiki. We get to get rid of that, which is nice. Don't swing it. There's no point. Thank you. Yeah, we get to do this. Trash 1. We'll trash the Queen. Get rid of the Shiki. He's got a trash 1 card, which is kind of relevant. And we'll go Dom -2. Draw 1. MrMaCHONACHOMan. Ooh, we got MrMaCHONACHOMan next turn. That's pretty good. Game 1 active, 1 rested. How big do I want to swing into this new gate? We kind of need this gone. How many 2Ks he gone through? I need 1. I think I'm going to swing 14 into it. If he has 4 cards to save this, fair play. He did not. Now we'll go 5-7. Counters that one, and then he'll take this one, I suppose. Cool. Okay, this is where we wanted to be. We want him to have nothing going into his 10 1 turn. That's how we can win this matchup. That is how we can win. We do have the Big Mum. We can go with the heal. We can go with Big Mum MrMaCHONACHOMan. If I'd have been a little more confident in removing the Kaido, removing the new gate, leaving 2 Don open there for Slow Beam Sword makes our Big Mum a lot less punishing. But he does also have to be a little careful here, because he is pretty weak to just falling over. Perhaps Don Marlon to reveal John. So this wouldn't have mattered anyway. If we're playing Big Mum, we're playing MrMaCHONACHOMan. So let's just take, and we'll commit to playing both next turn. That's fine. There's the rocks into the new gate, and the Stussy stuns the king. Very nice. Good play. Okay. Now, 10 Don. It is just Big Mum MrMaCHONACHOMan. We'll toss the Yamato here, I think. Actually, I'm going to toss the Queen. I think the Queen never comes up. And we're going to remove the Zebek. Also kind of want to leave Don open for this, but we're not going to be able to. Actually. This is which is still not a brilliant position. I couldn't counter that the 5 last turn. We just couldn't counter it. Can we go for lethal? There's probably a world in which we can go for lethal. We are going to get to draw a card, but sort of. If we draw a card, we've got like Nodon, Giga Nodon. Let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. We could toss the beam sword here, actually, because we're not going to get enough Don for it. Gain 1. Plonk this. Mumaragan, Don -2, rest this. That is not what I wanted to see. We'll probably use the Queen off the King's Don. Yeah, we'll swing 1 into 0, so we can get a little bit of cheeky value. Then we'll go 1 active, 1 rested. We will play the Queen over this, get rid of that. Okay, DD's pretty good. DD's pretty good. Let's go 5. DD's pretty good. Nine. $12. So if he goes Stussy, he can go swing, Stussy, and he stuns this, this, and this. We have a Kaido and a leader swing next turn. Which probably means we need to go again. We can counter an 8. It's fucking expensive. But we can do it. How many Don am I going to need next turn? I think I'm just going to pass. I don't think I want to use the leader effect to draw 1. So we'll be at... we still have 8, but... no, we'll have 7 active. The Don dance is so awkward with this leader. This effect is just... it's really good, but it's just like... not quite good enough. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Don -2 to draw 1 at like a hand size of 5 or less. It's so tough. Does he swing 8? I assume so. Okay. 3, go to 8. 10, 10. He can go to 11, 12. Oh, but if I take this, I lose this every single time. Sorry, if I counter this, he swings the Nugget into the Kaido. Then he stuns this, and stuns this. He stuns everything. Does he have the balls to go for it? Okay. And this is a little cheeky one. We get another draw. Oh, that would have been a nice one to draw. I think we'll keep the Meteor Shower. He's going to go Stussy here. We get to keep the Kaido, which is nice. Or this Kaido. He stuns the King, the Kaido, and the Linlin. Assuming this is another 3-cost Stussy, but if it's not, every other play is just worse. Right. Yeah. Stun this. Stun. Go away, dude. Go away. Mumaragan is fine. How many 2Ks has he gone through? 1 rocks. 4 events. We're definitely not swinging into leader at all. I think we need to clear this Nugate. How many Don are we at? We're at 8. We can do this straight away. I think I want to swing 12 into it. Then we use leader effect. Send these away. Draw 1. We'll just burn this. Nothing great. We can just take a... we can take a 1k or a 1k. What a choice. What a choice to have. I was looking for like another shower or something. We'll just take our 1k, I guess. And then we'll swing 9 into one of the Stussies. We do this, right? We just dom -1 for no reason. Because then once we Gundam shower, we can also MrMaCHONaCHOMan, just in case he can't though. He has to just swing 6 with this and then play Stussies again. He could opt to try and go for lethal. It's 10-10. It's terrible. We have the counter. But I also think this is no downside. And then pass. He cannot lethal us. It's not possible. He has to have another Stussie. How many has he gone through? It's just 2, right? Oh! Ooh. Ooh. There's no more Stussies. Well, then I think that might be game. He can remove this with a Shiki, perhaps. He can remove this with the Stussie. He has to go 10-10 here, or like 9-11. Yeah, that's game. Ooh. No more Stussies. Kaido, I guess you can try and remove the Kaido. Shows us 3 bricks. That's good knowledge. That is good knowledge. And then what? We kind of can't play anything else. This costs 3. Yeah, he can't play anything else. He can swing 8 to 6, which we can counter with the Gundam. No, this doesn't counter on characters. This never actually interacts with anything in any positive way. He trashes the Lin, reveals a Kyo, so we know he still has 3 bricks in hand. I mean, if we draw a counter card off this, it's incredible. So let's just go for it. Piss, I had to burn the Gundam Meteor Shower, and then MrMaCHONaCHOMan, and then try and draw a counter card. Fuck. I messed that up. That was bad. We should still have him here. He does have this. We can't interact with that. I can play this for free. Can we just go again if we remove the Stussie, actually? We can just go again if we remove the Stussie, right? It's a freebie. Because he still can't lethal us with the Gundam Meteor Shower in hand. And 2k, 1k. And let's start with 9. Start with 9 leader, because it's the same. As long as we get rid of the Kaido, he can't kill us. As long as we get rid of either the Kaido or the Stussie, he cannot kill us. Rocks Pirates. Unblockable. Rocks. We know he has 3 bricks, right? Draw 1. No, we can't play that. We know he has 3 bricks. So we have 3 swings. If this is a 2k, it's not guaranteed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's not guaranteed. I'm going to swing 6. We'll see if it's a 2k. There's no reason to go for it. We have guaranteed live in hand. I'll just swing 5 into this Stussie. For a bit of a laugh. Yeah. We do this. Yeah, we did. We do this. Yeah, we did. So. It's been a marathon game, man. This end game has been fucking exhausting. If I just played correctly last turn, we'd have been able to save the Kaido and just instantly win the game. I just needed to burn the Gundam Meteor Shower for no effect, or ramp 1 less Don off King. There's so many things to consider, man. There's so many things to consider. And I messed it up. I messed it up. It's my bad. But I don't think it's going to matter. I still don't see a way for him to win from here. This damn Stussy, dude. I should have just swung into this as well. We shouldn't have put him to 0. Should have just swung into the Stussy again and again and again. Just get rid of it. Because once it's gone, he's out of Stussies. He can't play the game anymore. Like here, he could go like double blocker. And then stun 1, which will let him live. 9, 11. We can go to 9, we can go to 11, we can go to 12. Cool, let's just make him go for him. There's another Gundam Meteor Shower. Gundam Meteor Shower. Fuck's sake, man. You have to work so hard for your wins with this deck. You have to draw so well, work so hard. It's fun, and you can get there, but... You're just so much worse than Kaido, man. You're so much worse than Kaido. It's fun, though. It's cool. It does feel rewarding when you get the combos off. Like the combo of minus cost with this is cool. Drawing extra cards is fun. But, oh my god, it just feels worse than Kaido, man. I'm going into Mihawk. First is obviously better for us, but second is so much more reliable. I'm going to take first. We'll gamble. Okay, we've got double searches, actually. This is pretty good. Double searches and ramp. Let's keep that. I'm going to start with this one. Okay, we draw king. We are gaming. We just need some top end, and we're cooking. Mihawk is a tough matchup, though. They are able to go very wide, very fast. They get a lot of card advantage. It's quite difficult. There's the Mihawk. Nice thing here is because we've got 2 characters, we can actually start taking out his stuff. So Samurai is going to be a little less consistent for him, which is good. And he doesn't have 2 1-drops either, which is excellent. Game 1 rested. Just go 5 at leader, and then we'll play our queen. We're looking for some kind of 10 cost. Don't really mind which one. The blocker's nice. Any of the removal ones are nice. 10 mum we can't take. We'll just take a Kaido here. Then that's a pass. This MrMaCHONaCHOMan's a bit weird in this matchup. It's good with Big Mum, but I might just use it early doors here. We'll see how much he starts swinging. There's a second Mihawk. That's 2 Mihawks now, right? Yeah, he's got 2 Mihawks, no Odins necessarily. I'm sure he probably has one, but we don't know that. The weird thing with King, right, is you kind of have to have your hand size pretty low because of this damn threshold. So I think I'm going to give the MrMaCHONaCHOMan and the Sasaki here. Okay, we get an event. And it's not too bad, you know? Another 10 cost Kaido. Okay. Low-key kind of want to swing this. We can do this next turn. Yeah, I low-key kind of want to swing this. Into the Prona. Just get rid of these. Because these are kind of annoying. I'm not going to lie. For the samurai stuff. Also, this last one. If he goes Mihawk Odin, he has to rest one of those to get the extra dons, which is really, really relevant. So I'm going to remove this Prona off the board. Because you're not defending this. You defend this, that's a Giga Throw. And give me 2 2Ks. Don't do it. Please don't do it. Oh, thank God, man. When people linger on, like, what I would consider horrible plays, it scares me a lot. It really scares me a lot. Mihawk, Odin, very nice. Stuns the king. It is good. It is good. But if he wants the extra dons, he has to rest the Odin. Somewhat frustrating, they were kind of... Or he messed the Mihawk instead. That's actually a better choice. That is the better one. Because we can't swing into this. We're not Kaido. If we were Kaido, this would make a much bigger difference. I'll tell you that. Trash is a smoker. It seems reasonable. We know he has a second Mihawk in hand. And he clearly has another target. If he's just willing to toss the smoker. Probably a king. Sorry. Probably an Odin to freeze our king. If I had a 2k here, I would counter. We could give up a 0 cost and an event. If I do that, I do get 1 card back from leader effect. So we're only actually countering 1 swing know what these extra dons are for. I guess searchers. We're only actually countering with 1 card. And we get to save the life. But I would kind of like to play this. I think we'll just take. There's a freebie. Oh, this is slightly better. Big Mum's important, though. Big Mum's too important to gloss over. We've got to take the Big Mum here. The 9-cost card is slightly better because we can both force him to trash a card, and then we get to draw one back from leader effect. Because we'd be at the right threshold, but yeah, the Big Mum's important. Could actually Big Mum now. But we can't leader effect and Big Mum. It's way too many dons. Gone. Oh, is the blocker one better? Gives us the dons. No, I think just removing something is better. Yeah, we'll go with this. Go with that. Can't draw a card unless I would just want to throw Divine Departure away, which it's tempting, but it's not correct. We'll go 5 leader. He'll probably take. And then we'll draw 1 with the king. Oh, ramp 1 with the king. Do I want to leave a don open for this? Somewhat, honestly. We can do this next turn. Yeah, I think I want to leave a don for the counter event so we can stay at 3 here. I think staying at 3 here is very, very good. And this just helps us do it much more efficiently. Yeah, oh, Mihawk, he's perfect curved. But we're not in a bad position ourselves. We're going to have 2 10 costs down before he gets to play any. We're going to get to remove this Mihawk. If this Odin rests, we get to remove the Odin, which is nice. He'll probably rest a Don to restand 3 more, unless he has some kind of searcher he wants to play. No, rest the Mihawk. I think that's greedy. Now that, I think, is greedy. The restand 3. Trashes a Samurai. Yeah, that's useless at this point. I think you don't rest that there, personally. I would have preferred to see the rest on just a Don to restand 3. And then swing twice with these. Because now this is gone. I guess we still can't remove all 3. So it's like, kind of neither here nor there. 7. If this swings 8. He clearly wants to leave 1 open. There's no way this is 7-9. I mean, if it's 7-9, we'll just take the 9, right? I'll counter this for 1 card. And then we'll see what this swings. The threshold is so ass, man. The threshold of 5 is so ass. Probably DD this, I think, though. Yeah, I think this is fine. We're going really low on cards, but our board's like just hard to take out, so it's not the biggest deal, and that's a nice find, actually. We'll go with another one of these. Don -1. Just get rid of this one, right? We're just going to swing lead into lead and leave a 1 Don open for this again. So yeah, just get rid of this. Do Don -2, draw 1. That's a nice 1k. Go 12 here. Remove the Odin. I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, can't draw ClarkNotKentTCG. It's very, very inefficient to save this. So it'd be like his entire hand. Oh, I guess he has that. It's not that bad if you tried to surpass me, actually. That makes it a lot better. Nobody's playing this. What the fuck is that? That's terrible. But nobody's playing this. I expected to ClarkNotKentTCG, right? And at this point in the game, ClarkNotKentTCG is just not live. Well, 5 leader. We're definitely going to need this. We're in a bit of danger already, I would say, here. I expect this is Lord Beppo. He'll rest and freeze at Kaido. And he's going to have some big-ass swings, which is scary. This is intimidating. We're not in a position to kill him. I didn't expect that Odin to live. That's gone a lot worse for me than I expected. Oh, I guess this is true, though. If he rests the Lord Beppo, we can, you could punish that. So if he rests the Lord Beppo, he He's in a really bad spot. You can't rest this. You rest like an Odin. Or swing 6/6/7. No, 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 no. You don't want to do this. You do not want to do this. We're going to go low on life. That much is true. However, we get to get rid of the Elbaph, and we're going to heal back to 2, so we're not going to go down to 1. Oh, sorry, we're not going to go down to 0. We're going to go down to 1. This is a really, really bad play. He's going to find out soon. Frustratingly, I do not have a 2k, so I'm just taking this. That's a freebie. Honestly, I don't need either of these. I think it's just the queen. We'll just take the 1k. I mean, they're all 1ks, right? But yeah, this one's getting Gundari Meteor showered. And then we'll take the leader swing as well. But yeah, resting this Elbaph is lost in the game, I think. Just swing 6/6/7 there will be better. Another king, if you like. No, didn't fucking matter because we top decked MrMaChONaCHOMan. Ah, dear man. What a meme. What a meme. Goodbye, queen. 1, 2, 3, 4. Trashing one of the kings. Gain a life. Reduces to 0. We'll swing 2 to 0. Game 1. Game 1. Now, is there a world where we can still lose? It probably is, honestly. Because he can save one of these Odins. And if he has Shanks, he'll get a 4 back. We might want to just burn these fucking card effects for nothing. No, we've still got leader. Let's do leader first. Draw 1 card. It's really bad. We're gonna... yeah, it's really bad. That's not what I wanted. I did not want these events. Did not want these events. This doesn't get to swing. Okay. 7 to Odin. Okay, this is far from guaranteed. Even though he, like, threw gargantually there. But we'll see what we can do. I'm going to play one of these. Oh, okay. At least he has to burn an event for that. So he clearly doesn't have any 2Ks. Let's kill an Odin. I don't want to give him another card. And then I'm going to burn an event. The odds the final Gundari Meteor Shower is in life is very, very low. This should hopefully find us a 2k. Okay. Well, there was the Gundari Meteor Shower, so we know that's not in life at least. And then this can't swing. We should win next turn. But we got to get there. We got to get there. 10 Shanks is what he needs now. He needs 10 Shanks. Yeah, amusingly, if he didn't rest the Elbaph, he'd actually been in a worse spot because he'd have lost some power swinging, which is cursed only because we top deck MrMaChONaCHOMan though. If we didn't have MrMaChONaCHOMan, that was a terrible play. Is this Perona good? It gives you something to do on 4. Like, you do rest a shitload of cards. I get it. I don't think it's good. But I get it. Yeah, he just leaves. He did have Shanks. Why not go for it, bro? Why not go for it? He didn't have it. Mind, we have 1, 2, 5, 6k, and there's actually a 2k in life as well, which is pretty nice. But, like, go for it, bro. Play the Shanks. Why not? You've got a chance. Not a very good chance, but a chance. Ah, dear. Could also Elbaph stun the Big Mum. Can't clear anything else. There's no counter events. Yeah, we just kill him next turn. Hey, you can beat Mihawk. And he kind of perfect curved as well. He got Mihawk Odin into Beppo. Kind of griefed on the Beppo swing, not going to lie. But as we discussed, didn't actually end up mattering that much. We just drew well enough as well. We got the Big Mum. We got 2 Kaidos to remove both the Mihawks. We have redundancy. But these ones are better. They're 12k as opposed to 9. What a treat. And we saw our ramp early game. Well played to our opponent. A lot needs to go right, but when it does, you can get there. Got a game into Sabo. He's chosen second. I don't like that hand. Oh, this hand is terrible. Good. Good. Okie dokie. Nami on 1. Very nice. I think I'm going to try and starve him. I think that's the path I'm going to take. If we can draw king, the Hawkins isn't too bad. The Hawkins is not too bad. But yeah, because of how aggressive this deck can be, and how kind of not very aggressive we are. Yeah, okay, we Gandari Meteor Shower. Could just commit to playing that next turn. We'll go to 10. We can drop the blocker. That's nice. This is only good if I like top deck exactly king. Just gonna pass. Just gonna pass. I think we'll, as we've drawn that now, we'll give it a go. We'll give the Gandari Meteor Shower a go. Saul, yep, nice. Doesn't get to swing at lead, which is actually pretty good. But next turn, his aggression is gonna be very, very strong. Finds the Zorro. All good. And then, yeah, can't swing at lead. Too small. Yamato is just worse, right? Ramp 6, yeah, it doesn't do anything. Not happy about it. I'm gonna get rid of these. Boom! And then pass. And then pass. We need to cancel 1 swing this turn. We can take 1. Next turn, we're going to play the Kaido. We'll get some Dons back, which is nice. We start drawing with our leader effect. If he's going to want to find docking here, if he has docking, that's pretty bad. That is pretty bad. Looks like he probably does. We do need to counter this laser swing, which is fine, because it's just 6 on 5. More... Yeah, it's 6 on 5. Not quite what I was looking for. If we'd drawn our ideal... I mean, that's not quite what he was looking for either, so we'll take it. Yeah, if he'd drawn his ideal curve, or if we'd drawn our ideal curve, we'd have a king on the board by now. Zoro is here, which means we can only negate and remove that. Actually, doesn't have 3 cards in the trash yet. It's kind of funny. We could negate and remove the Jinbei. Okay, he does now. I lied. I lied. Trash is Robin. Yeah. Okay. 6, we'll counter with this fella. And then Saul, we'll take the swing from Saul. Oh no, we're not negating. What am I talking about? We're just playing the blocker. Another 2k. Sure, if you like. Okay, and now it gets tricky because he has 10 million... Oh, I guess we do draw in the game. Okay, well. I think I want the blocker first. Draw 1 card. Game on active die. Now that's just to rub it in, isn't it? Shit king, bro. Let's go to 1k. I think this game's probably just over. But I guess it shows how... This deck is still incredibly reliant on seeing its curve. Even though we are a little more consistent than Kaido, you can still have just those horrific hands where you don't have it. And you get run down. And it's tough. It's really tough. Next turn, I don't know, man. He's got so much here. Interesting to see, though, because if he plays the Luffy, I think we know he has the Luffy. I believe he searched it off the Saul, right? Yeah, he can't play the Luffy. And have leader effect, which is nice. If any of these tap as well, he opens himself up to this a little bit. Which is quite nice. I'm going no blocker. I'll give the Hawkins. We don't need that. Yeah, so if this... Now that this is tapped, we can swing into this. And try and remove his removal effect. Docking's good. Docking's very good. Probably just summons the Usopp. I don't think the Robin's relevant. Yeah. Because all of these just have really high cost, we can't remove them. Which is really tough. Finds the Loki. That's very slow. 7 to 5. I'll just block this one. He only has one more swing. I don't think this Jimbo swings, and if it does, I have a 2k. I guess he could have gone 7-7, but he didn't want to. He doesn't want to swing the Jimbo, which I respect. Okay. So we play this. We do this. The cost minus doesn't do anything. It only pushes this down to 9, which is not a threshold. We just draw 1. Game 1, ramp 1. Then... don't have anything I want to particularly do. I don't really want to do this. Next time I think we're almost certainly Linlin. So I think we'll go 7 to Zoro. And if he lets this go, we can remove something else. If he doesn't, then we can just remove this with the effect. It's not great, but it's honest work, I suppose. Could also choose to swing the Cardo blocker into the Saul, but he has the Jimbo, so that's not going to happen. Yeah, because he has the blocker. So we'll just pass. We're already in a tough spot, though. We're probably going down to 0 here. This matchup's trash, dude. Especially when you draw a little inconsistently at the start. Had to play the Gundam Meteor Shower instead of Ramp King, right? And now he can Don leads, just swing with everything and then play the Luffy over the top. I think this deck's just too aggressive. I know some people are playing Kamazo for this matchup. I don't really see how that helps you. We'll go no blocker there. Divine Departure, King. I don't see how the Kamazo helps because of the Zoro, right? Yeah, no blocker, 2k. It's just too much aggression, man. So much aggression. We're going to 0. We take this, and then we're taking the Luffy swing as well. This is terrible. This is ass. He swings this as well. I have to counter this, man. This is so terrible, dude. I'm cooked. This is not a matchup you want to face as King. Holy. If he plays the Robin and jams 9 to 9, I don't even know, man. Do I let it go? Do I trash the Linlin? It's just diabolically shit all around, isn't it? Maybe I should have took one of these earlier swings, but I just don't think it matters. Even if he just swings life, we go to 0. We can negate and remove, like, we can minus and remove the Luffy, go back to 1 life. We'll have, like, 2 cards in hand. I can remove one fella. Maybe his hand's full of bricks, and I can remove one more, but it's just... oh, there's the removal guy, but he's back. Yeah, we'll take this one. Gundam Meteor Shower is about the best single card we can have in hand, because it's big. This mum is big. He's still at 4 life as well. We've got nowhere, is the thing. We've got literally nowhere. And we've still got to KO this. This is terrible. This is just terrible. He can probably save this. This matchup's such a joke. Draw 1. Give me a card, please. Oh, Queen, you're not going to help. We don't even have King on the board. I'm down at 5 Don, dude. Get me out of here, man. Kill this. At least these fellas are small again. We kill this. But, like... I don't even know what I'm doing, man. Am I playing this? We know he's low-key. He can just low-key turn everything back online. I'm nowhere near 10 Don, because I don't have King. What am I even looking for? I genuinely don't know. I guess I'll take this. And then pass. This is awful. This is awful. He's still at 5 lives with 7 in hand. We've done nothing. We've done. I mean, I've got 3 10-12s, but like, I've done nothing. And yeah, I was going back to it, and I was saying some people playing Camazo, which if you get it on for going second, I can see you get some value, but if this Zoro's here, it doesn't do anything. It just doesn't do anything. Oh, there's the Saul. We knew it was the Loki, but Saul is better, worse? I'm not sure, honestly. I'm not sure. Funny though, funny game. Who grabs off that? Grabs a 3k event, sure. The effect is not very relevant, but it's a 3k event, which is nice. Eight. I didn't play this right. Let me just block. Let me just block that. There's only one swing that's going to be bigger than that. We'll go to 6. We'll draw to 8. It doesn't do anything. Literally doesn't do anything. We're going to no trigger. We can maybe leave it up next turn and try and like... I don't know, man. I really don't know. 7. Well, I guess I should have zero costed the 7. But I was like, maybe he doesn't swing the Jinbei. I don't think it matters. Yeah, look, Mum, no hands. Oh boy, Sasaki. Incredible work. Mm. 8 to Jinbei. Probably just swing like 10 there. I don't know, but it really doesn't matter. We have no way to win this. We can clear the Zoro, we can clear the docking. But I can't clear the Saul. Draw 1. Gain 1. Restand nothing. Show me a... I don't know, some fucking counter events. This could do something. This is a blocker. This is a blocker. Well, I guess we know what we're doing now. 12 to docking. 12 to Zoro. Play the blocker. He can just have the rush guy as well, though. There's no win. 12 to Zoro. Wow, 6 Don. We're going to have 8 next turn. What a treat. 5 live with 8, and how do you get cards out of this deck in this matchup? It's impossible. It's impossible. Oh, yeah, I can see. GG's that one. Well played, bro. Like, that match was abysmal. If you know any way to win this, dude, let me know, because I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. Like, if I attack from the start, he just swings more. There's more options, more cards. I think the way you have a chance is if they whiff, but like, they just don't. This deck has so many searches. This has got to be one of your worst matchups. If I'm missing something, let me know. So what do we think about King? It's a rogue deck. It's a fine rogue deck. It's probably the best it's ever been. Question mark. And maybe there's some minor optimization you can do with the list. I'm sure people will disagree with some of my picks. No doubt. Played a good number of games with this now. All these games were unranked. I'll put this here. I did not want to gut my ranked score. Playing ranked games with this. Because it took quite a while to get the list to a point where I was fairly happy with it. I still don't think this deck's amazing. It's definitely not going to be meta, but he did better than I expected. Some of the plays you can do are low-key cute. This Cardo is generally just quite good. Being able to remove Shiki at base is very good. And the extra draws are nice. I just wish it's, like, make it Don -1. Or make the hand cap, like, 6 or 7. Everything is just a little awkward with this leader. You're really low on Don all the time. You're really low on cards all the time because you have to be to get this effect to do anything. And then sometimes defending your board is awkward as a result because this deck still plays a lot of bricks. And when you don't find this as your first 10 cost, it feels really bad. And that's why I have got 4 of him. It's so important to get this down. Just to fix the bricks as well, right? What else could we play? There's other Animal Kingdom Pirates 2Ks you could include. I really don't like any of them. I can't lie. I think you're better off just playing Usahachi. If you want more 2Ks. Wrestling 5 is relevant. There's a lot of blockers in the format at the moment. Tons in rocks. Borsalino, obviously, in any yellow deck that you come into. But also just, you get like random 5-cost blockers, right? So Usahachi can be nice to rest those. And all the other Animal Kingdom Pirates 2Ks, they're just not very good. There are obviously other choices you could make. Hakai Ocean Sovereignty is cool. It interacts nicely with your leader effect. You could pop an 8 and a 6, which is cute. But because you're so low on life already, it feels like you just would rather play either a Kaido or a Kaido, remove one of them, and also develop a body. Because you've got to try and win at some point. You've got to use the advantage we have of big ramp to your advantage as best you can to accelerate the game state. Maybe you could play 1 or 2 of these. I think it could be pretty cute. And I guess Ragnarok as well. Although I think Ragnarok is just kind of Lin Mamaragan in one card, but worse. But yeah, either of these are probably fine inclusions. Again, I tried the lead performers. They weren't working for me. I wasn't enjoying them. The lead performers themselves, the 9/11 one, is okay because you just get the heal. The Queen was feeling really bad. I didn't enjoy the Queen at all. Because like stunning 2 things for 1 turn is cool, but they're still there. I'd rather just remove one of them, and then the other one swings, and then I get to attack into it with one of my big Kaidos and just kill it that way. So, wasn't a huge fan of the Queen either. Other black cards, I've seen some people playing this Jack, which is cute. You can actually, if you are playing lead performers, you can turn this into 7-cost Jack, which is very cool. The cycle's nice, and popping some low-cost characters. I mean, I'm sure you saw a Racc.Black Sabo matchup in this game, in this video, excuse me. It was completely unplayable. Completely unplayable. Would this help? I don't think it would. You play it, remove one guy. They go, okay, Luffy, Robin, remove the Jack. I don't know, man. I think the matchup's just kind of dog shit. And I was talking about Kamazo in that game, actually. I'll pull him up. He's cool. He's a 2K. If you play him on 4 going second, whenever you start returning Dons, which is often, obviously, then you get to start popping their 2s. But if they have the Zoro down, it doesn't actually fire. And it can also just low-key this. So, is it actually going to get value? I don't think it's going to get much value, in all honesty. And it's unsearchable as well. So, I don't know, but if it's working for you, let me know in the comments. If you've got any other suggestions for things you would change, please do let me know. Because this list is obviously not going to be perfect, I'm not saying that. But this is where I'm at the minute with King. He's fun. He's just really, really awkward. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a lovely rest of your day.